Yeah, this is going to be rare. 2 videos in one day, which means, of course, my first video is probably not going to be in people's feeds. That's okay. What I want to talk about here, and I want to do this real quick. If I go over 5 minutes, I fucked up. I want to talk about sentient beings, Buddhism, and veganism. Because you see this gets linked a lot. Now, the idea behind veganism is the reason we're vegan is because we understand that when you kill an animal, it causes pain and suffering to a sentient being. And I'll agree that's true. And while I will also agree that Buddhism is, for the most part, and I'll get back to this in a second, for the most part, is about maximizing the well-being of all sentient beings. Still, there's an element that escapes notice. And what I want to do here is I want to read. And this, I think, and this is going to, trust me, my 303 is coming, okay? I want to read from this. It's the greatest tantra, in my opinion. But so Kai Ho is kind of like a amen, or whatever you want to call it. In the pure land of phenomenal existence arises sudden purity, non-apprehending, intrinsic awareness. From the very point of arising, it does not exist anywhere. The self-liberated, great perfection. When will I be able to see that? In the rootless mind, pure from beginning, there is nothing to do and no one to do it. How satisfying. The intrinsic awareness of aimless phenomena, in which deliberate apprehensions such as this is it has dissolved. What happiness! In the view and meditation which have no discrimination, there is no breadth or narrowness, height or depth. How pleasant! In the action and result which have no acceptance and rejection, hope and doubt, there is nothing to gain and nothing to lose. How warm! In the equally perfected Maya-like nature, there is no good to accept and no bad to reject. I feel like laughing. In the perceptions which are blurred, evanescent, undefined, fragmentary, discontinuous, unobstructed, and natural. Whatever appears, there is no apprehension of this is this, or this is these appearances, is and is not our apprehending mind. And being detached from that mind is Dharmakaya. When in the aimless object the uncertain appearances arise, the unapprehending cognition attains liberation without duality. Then all the phenomena of perception are the great play of the mind. In the mind, which is free from ground, root, and substance, the spontaneous, uncreated qualities are fully perfected. By liberating denial and assertion into Dharmakaya, happiness will be achieved. All deliberate concepts are fabrications. And see, the thing is, that goes for everything. That goes for everything. So I'll tell you this. I always, when I go about my day, I always attempt to minimize my harm to sentient beings. But does that mean I won't kill a spider or a roach or even a cat or a dog if I have to? No. And within what's the samsaric chain, right? We are constituted by having to eat flesh, which we are. Do we leave that behind? Are we vegans because Look, we're not Jains, okay? We're not that far gone. We understand that, of course, these are sentient beings, but we also understand the teaching therein about the true nature of samsara over and against nirvana, which is Dharmakaya. So, if this puzzle gets put together, does it get put together in time by me? Right? So, the puzzle of all this reality, and if I kill an animal to eat, that animal killed another animal to eat. And eventually it killed, why do you think plants can't feel? Vegans? You think plants aren't sentient? How do you not know? How do you know? How about mushrooms? Are they sentient? Well, some species of mushrooms actually bestow sentience or a state of thought, right? So where do you break it down? Yeah, by the way, that's my number one book of all time. The point being, and that's just a small piece of that. The point being is there is no right or wrong when it comes to things like this, because we are constituted within our karma to be at grips with these type of issues. So if I have to eat another animal to survive, if I have to, for example, go into my son's room and kill a spider because he's scared of spiders, I'll do it. If I find a spider in my room, I'll let it live. But the value of the spider is not in the spider. The value of the man is not in the man. It's in Dharmakaya, or the Buddha nature, which is like the most fundamental aspect. And as it is written in the Tantra, this is unchanging, unceasing. It won't be altered. Anywho, just had to say that.